I can hear the silence as I'm walking by. Come and say something, I wanna hear your voice.
All right. Welcome to a very, very special edition of Now We Talking 2020. As usual, I'm gonna introduce my guest host first. From the representing the D, I got Sean D in the house.
You play a partner from the D, baby, 313.
Representing Miami over there in the shadows, I got the Stats.
All day stats here. Miami in the house, 305.
Also representing Miami down at the bottom, I got the infamous Jarvis UC in the house.
Already.
And last but not least, the always suntimey Rob Brown in the house.
Yes, sir. What up? What's good? What up?
All right, so we all been watching these documentaries, and the talk lately has been about punk ass Isiah. I mean, two-time NBA champion Isiah Thomas, and him kind of backpedaling on his so-called handshake, dispute. So I just wanted to debate whether or not we believe that sportsmanship should have been shown in that situation, or was Isiah Thomas and the Bad Boys within their full right to not shake the Bulls' hand after getting swept? So, just to be fair, I'm gonna get.
Don't start with me.
Start
with Rob and work your way around. I go last. I want to hear everybody.
I think everybody agree except you. So I think you should state your case.
Exactly. Well, let's see.
All y'all, hold on. Before I go, everybody agrees that the Bad Boys should have shook their hands?
Yeah.
Trevor said no. Go ahead, Trevor.
I mean, honestly, look, you a grown-ass man. You do what the fuck you want to do. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to shake the man's hand, you don't shake their hand. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. Yeah, sportsmanship, yeah. Go ahead, you shake the hand. That's true. But, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it is what it is.
Hold on, Trevor. So we ain't talking about some dude at your house. We talking about you a professional athlete getting paid millions of dollars on TV, on national TV, where you supposed to be role modeling for kids coming up to fill your shoes, to show them how you supposed to act, how you supposed to play this game, and you saying, I'm a grown man, I ain't got to shake that, but and at the same time mention sportsmanship. I'm confused.
All right, so you ready? Honestly, I mean, like I said, you talking about Detroit Pistons, okay? You ain't talking about Miami Heat. You ain't talking about the LA Lakers. You ain't talking about class. You talking about the Detroit Pistons.
Hold on. Wait. Now you can shut the fuck up. All right, listen. You on some bullshit.
If you want me to talk, I'm gonna let you know what it is. Like I said, it's the Detroit Pistons. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me finish here. The Detroit Pistons ain't do nothing by the books. You know what I'm saying? They did what they want to do, how they want to do it. Point blank, point simple. They was called what? The Bad Boys. You can't be known as the Bad Boys. You going around shaking hands and shit. For what? You known as the Bad Boys.
They never shook nobody hand. Why would they even shake Michael Jordan? When Michael Jordan lost, he went right over to them and shake their hand. If they bad boys, they should have slapped his hand out the way.
Hey, true. That's just the way they roll. I mean,
so
like I said, they weren't the Lakers. They were the Detroit Pistons. They was the Bad Boys of basketball. They was not trying to be role models. Jordan was trying to be role models. Jordan cared about what somebody think. You know what I'm saying? If you ask me, I mean, to me, it looked like Jordan was just a big old crybaby. You know what I'm saying? He was in his feelings and shit. Man, get out your feelings.
Thank you.
You done already won. You won. It's over with. So what? They don't shake your hand. They don't shake your hand. It is what it is. Go on about your own day.
Before you speak, Sean.
And that's all I got to say.
Rock, I need to hear, before the Chicago-Detroit thing kind of kicking in, I need to get your stance on this whole situation.
Hey, man, like I said, I watched it. And I shook my head for like Trevor said, you're a grown ass man, dude. Respect that man as a grown ass man and shake his hand. He beat you fair and square. He shook your hand when y'all lost. I mean, when
He
they
did.
lost,
He did.
shake his hand. Shake his hand, period. I mean, respect that man, man. Shake his hand, period.
Okay.
I mean, like seriously, Sean, what can you say? That's just like me and you. You don't whoop my ass 3 years in a row in basketball, and we go to the court now. I just get all my games back. I beat you 4-3 now, and I'm like, good game, Sean. You walk off. What everybody gonna say to you? What, man? Boy, you act like a what?
Act like a what?
But wait.
I want to hear that word. What's Too Short's favorite word?
But hold on. If you go before you whoop my ass that last time, and you go and you go to, let's say you go to stats, you be like, man, he a whole ass nigga. He don't deserve to beat me. He don't deserve to be here. He don't deserve this shit. And then I hear it. It come back to me that you've been talking all this cash shit, and then I'm supposed to shake your hand.
No, you're supposed to come and talk.
No,
You're supposed to address me.
As a man, hold on. First of all, this dude was the face of the league, and I'm about to shut these motherfuckers down. As a man, never went to the press, and the press was like, hey, what are your feelings on the Bad Boys? He should have just said simply, no comment. Now, I can't talk for Isiah Thomas, and y'all say he backpedaling on his statement.
He is.
But like Bill Lambert said, no, motherfucker went on the goddamn air saying we was bad people. We didn't earn our championship. We was bad.
It's not on the
we
air. It's not on the air.
Yes, he did. It's on that goddamn documentary.
But
Michael
it's not
Jordan
on the
signed
air.
off on it. Michael
It's
Jordan
not
never
on the
checked
air.
the source. So he said it. So if you come to my house talking shit, no, I'm not shaking your motherfucking hand.
Are you gonna
Get
talk
your
to
bitch
me?
ass on.
Are you gonna talk to me?
Huh?
Are you gonna
What?
talk to me?
No.
But the only thing, Sean, when you shake somebody's hand, we ain't got to say nothing to each other. You just put the hand out, shake your hand, and keep on moving.
Listen. I know people been saying
keep
this.
moving.
This been the talk. This is my thing. Isiah Thomas is pretty much of that era. He would be like the number 4 guy, right?
The number what?
Of that era. You got Magic, Bird, Jordan, and Isiah would be number 4, right?
In what
He would
era?
be the 4th best player of that
Which
era.
era? The
No.
80s?
That
No
era,
way.
when the Bulls, when that rivalry, when the Bulls finally won, the top 4 players in the league was Magic, Jordan, Bird, and Isiah.
No,
When the
My
Bulls
thing
won?
was
I don't
when
agree.
Bird did
agree
it.
with that.
When Bird did it, nobody said shit. Nobody said shit. Bird was just the ultimate. He was the ultimate competitor. When he walked off the fucking court with a bitch ass attitude, and Isiah,
Man.
the Pistons never said nothing bad.
They
Then,
didn't
like
say
I
nothing.
told
They
this
didn't say nothing
asshole
to Bird.
yesterday. No, listen. Like I told this asshole yesterday. Every time the Pistons did an interview about Chicago or Michael Jordan, Isiah Thomas, Dennis Rodman, all of them said Michael Jordan is the best player in basketball.
They
had
said that
nothing
after
but great
beating
things
him.
to say about Michael
After
Jordan.
beating him.
But his bitch
They
ass,
didn't do no interviews after
his
losing.
bitch ass,
They
his
didn't do
bitch
no
ass
interviews
went-
after losing.
His bitch ass, as soon as he was up 3-0, oh, they bad for basketball. They didn't earn
Hey.
the championship. They bad for the NBA. Fuck Michael Jordan.
Sure.
Fuck the Bulls. Only
That's how we gonna do this. Fuck Mobb Deep, fuck Biggie, fuck Bad Boy as a staff, record label, and as a motherfucking crew.
only reason I might have cheered for them bitch ass niggas because BJ Armstrong from the crib. Other than that, fuck them.
Hey,
Fuck
Sean.
him.
The reason they ain't say nothing about Larry Bird because he was the great white hope. So they're not gonna make him look bad. He's the great white hope. So they're not gonna put bad negative press on him.
You disrespected my city. One, just like they've been saying. I gotta give props to Stephen A. Smith. The Bad Boy Pistons are the most disrespected team ever. The second disrespected team is the 04 Pistons. The 04 Pistons. So all 3 championships, those 2 teams are fucking disrespected. They don't get no respect.
First of all, the 04 Pistons don't get no respect because they won 1 championship. Nobody talks about teams that win 1 championship.
Yeah, they caught lightning in the bottle, Sean. That's all.
They went. Okay, listen.
That was cute. That was cute. The 04.
They went,
that was
hold
cute.
on, wait. They went to back-to-back finals, right?
Yeah.
Back-to-back finals. Okay. Yeah, they beat a triple threat Spurs team. I mean, they lost to a triple threat Spurs team. They beat a loaded Lakers team.
Yeah.
So, but they're not mentioned because, like you say,
they won 1 championship.
But they're really not mentioned. They're not mentioned because they didn't have a superstar. That's why they're not mentioned.
That's not why they mentioned. Who won 1 championship that people talk about when they talk about the best teams?
The Dallas Mavericks. Nobody talk about no damn Dallas Mavericks that won 1 and damn
Exactly. Nobody talk about teams
that
that won 1 championship.
Only team that I could think of maybe that won 1 that they might talk about sometime, but of course they ain't gonna put them with like the Bulls and the Lakers and the Celtics. Maybe is that 76ers team because with Dr. J and Moses Malone because the 4-4-4. Saying that Moses Malone came up with the phrase.
What I'm saying,
that's about it.
But what I'm saying is they not disrespected on a. He's saying they the most disrespected. I'm saying nobody's disrespecting them. It's just.
Now I will agree with you, Sean. Bad boy Pistons. I'm talking about the bad boys. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The back-to-back champions. I do think they don't get. I do think they underappreciate that they don't get the credit they deserve. Now I agree with you on that. You know what I'm saying? I agree with it.
But why we got you green sometime? What do you think about this whole handshaking incident?
Well, like I told Sean earlier, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? If you a good winner, you get good loser. Like you said, it's about sportsmanship. When they knocked the Bulls out 3 years in a row, Michael Jordan went up, you know what I'm saying, shook their hand, gave them their credit, and went about his business. I mean, even if you don't want to say nothing to me, even though, like you said, he said what he said when they was up 3-0, you know what I'm saying, it's fine or whatever, you could have just shook his hand. You know what I'm saying? When Isaiah walked past, just shook his hand, he had to say nothing to him, you know what I'm saying, and kept on going just like they did or whatever and stuff. So I just believe, you know what I'm saying, since Michael Jordan, you know what I'm saying, when he was in defeat or whatever, you know what I'm saying, he manned up and shook their hand or whatever and kept it moving. I felt that they should have did the same or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I think they would have did anyway if Michael Jordan wouldn't have said anything. I think they were just mad because their reign was over and the Bulls swept.
No, I think this is my personal belief. Had that interview never happened, they'd have shook his hand.
No,
they would have shook his hand.
No, they wouldn't.
I don't think so.
They would have shook his hand. They would have shook his hand.
Let me tell you why.
But let me say this real quick. Well, how could you say that, Sean? Because Isaiah said out his own mouth when they finally got past the Celtics, like you said, he ran and grabbed McHale, and then McHale gave him the high five or whatever and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So Isaiah said he thought that's the way it was. So even if Jordan wouldn't have said nothing, if he thought that was the way it was supposed to be, they weren't going to shake their hand anyway.
That's a fact. He said that's how you pass it.
Yeah, okay.
That's how you
passed it, right? That's why he passed it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, because he did the same thing that the Celtics did to him.
Yeah.
Y'all ostracized the black man. You put listen. Because listen, you know why? Now Isaiah's from y'all time, but we love Detroiters love Isaiah. What I'm saying is he's backtracking for the simple fact that his legacy has that tarnish.
No, that's not why he's backtracking. He backtracking because he found out some new information. He found out that's the reason he didn't get picked for the Dream Team.
No, the reason he didn't get picked for the Dream Team was because of Magic bitch ass.
No.
You
ain't been paying attention lately. You haven't been paying attention lately. It just came out that Michael Jordan told them if y'all want me,
that's always been out though. Everybody always
can't have him.
Yeah, why did he lie about it for years? Why did he lie about it?
Isaiah was telling
about it for years though. Hold on, wait.
Too many people talking.
When that shit came out, now we were all like maybe 12, 13 at the time. Some of y'all may be older, I don't know. But at that time, when Isiah wasn't selected, they was like, well, of course, Michael Jordan kept him up. Michael Jordan was like, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. He kept saying, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Of course he gonna say that.
Then hold on. They brought up the freeze out when he was an all-star, when he was a rookie.
Yeah, they brought that up too.
They brought that up. You know who organized that freeze out? Magic did.
Magic ain't an Eastern Conference
Magic Johnson
All-Star.
is a bitch.
Magic Johnson ain't an Eastern Conference All-Star.
Don't matter.
It do.
Okay. For
So you telling me you a Western
from
Conference
85,
All-Star? Hold on.
From 85 to 91, what was the starting backcourt for the East All-Stars?
Isiah and who? I don't know.
Jordan?
For the Isiah and Jordan, right? That was the starting backcourt for the All-Stars. But from 85 to 92 to Isiah retired. That was your starting backcourt.
What's your point?
For the All-Star games for the Eastern Conference. Every year from 85. From Jordan started to the time Isiah retired, that was their All-Star. So they had to play together.
So what's the point? Get to the point.
What I'm saying is he did not freeze that guy out, man.
Hold on. Time out. This is why that makes no sense. That might be the most ridiculous theory ever. Son Tommy. Back in the day, All-Star games was competitive, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So you telling me Magic Johnson, who's a Western Conference All-Star, gonna tell the Eastern Conference, don't pass the ball to y'all best player?
That was Isiah. Isiah said
Exactly.
that.
Magic ain't orchestrating nothing on the Eastern Conference. Nothing. Ain't nobody. Who gonna listen to that? Who gonna listen to your opponent tell you how to play?
Who was the face of the league at that time?
But answer the question.
Who was the face of the league at that time?
You now you
backslide
on
the league at that time.
Answer the question. Answer the question. Can you answer the question?
And then I watched that game. He gave him the ball.
The face of the league was either the face of the league was either the Magic or some would say Bird. Yeah.
Right. So Bird was on the team too, right?
Yeah.
So who best friends? Magic and Bird, right?
Magic Johnson ain't orchestrating no freeze out on the East.
Magic and Isiah was best friends at the time.
I'm gonna listen to my.
Hold on. Wait. I'm gonna tell you this, right? Now, just like y'all be watching. He haven't seen the 30 for 30s and all that shit, but a lot of stuff has come out since we were kids.
Yeah.
Okay. You remember how they do all these Magic and Bird, right? Now Isiah and Magic was cool. Magic Johnson came out some years later, say, well, yeah, me and Isiah were cool, but he wasn't like my best friend. You know, if he come out to LA, I may let him stay at my house. But when he always say who his best friend was in the NBA, it was always Larry Bird.
Hold on. Time out, Sean. Now I can't agree with you on that because did you see when Magic and Isiah had to sit down on the NBA TV?
When was this?
Like
when was
2
this?
years
Sometime
ago, right?
Like a year ago, 2 years ago.
Yeah. That was
okay,
like
what do you say?
I'm bringing that up. No, they was tight. He said to be him, Magic, Isiah, Mark McGuire, and Dominique Wilkins. You know what I'm saying? So Isiah and Magic was real tight. What made them go separate ways what made them go separate ways when they played in the finals? Huh?
Yeah. I remember the finals because he elbowed the shit out of Isiah Thomas in the finals.
Right. You know what I'm saying? When they got to that point, that's when they separate. And then plus what Isiah said when they found out Magic had HIV. You know
and he never said that. They put that in his
Yeah.
ear. And then my thing is this. Okay, Isiah, even if Isiah said that, right? Remember when nobody wanted to play with Magic because he had the AIDS shit? Isiah got him in the All-Star game that year. Isiah was head of the Players Union. Isiah got him in the.
What are we talking about now? What are we talking about?
We talking about the disrespect of y'all motherfuckers. Y'all motherfuckers kissing Michael Jordan ass. This goddamn circle jerk of 10 goddamn documentaries and shit.
What
This
does-
motherfucker
what does-
Michael Jordan.
Who do it
This
sound
shit-
like really
This shit is a
circle
circle
jerking?
jerk. This
Who
shit
really
is
sound
this
like
shit is
they circle
unnecessary.
jerking?
See, all he had to do was keep his bitch ass on target and talk about the last goddamn championship season. But no, he want to bring up old shit to where you reopening wounds because your bitch ass salty. Isiah didn't shake your hand and Bill Lambert didn't shake your hand. And Bill Lambert went on record and said, fuck him. I'm not shaking his hand because he was talking shit in my house before he won. So shut the fuck up. I won.
He said he didn't
Shut
shake
up.
his hand.
Shut up. I
He
won.
said he didn't shake his hand. He said he didn't shake his hand because he said the Bulls were whiners. He said, you won. Why are you whining?
That's actually true though.
No, he said,
true.
go look at
Who
it.
was
It's on
whining,
YouTube.
though?
Huh?
Who was whining?
The Bulls are whiner. Jordan's a whiner.
How?
Jordan's the biggest whiner in the league. I mean,
I'm saying how?
Isaiah's the whiner too, but Jordan's the
whiner
biggest
in the
whiner.
league.
Jordan's the biggest whiner ever.
Is there any
And
evidence?
why is
Your
that?
name
And
stats.
why is
Give me
that?
some evidence.
Why is that stat? Yeah, what's that stats? Let's see it.
Hey, let the brother speak. Let the brother speak.
I was gonna say.
You got the green square. Shut up. So there is no stats. Okay. So moving on.
You must on
No,
that
shut the
run.
fuck
You must
up.
on.
Hey, go ahead,
You on
Stats.
that, go ahead, Stats. You on that run?
Ain't nobody got all day to be recording him looking for something. You come prepared or shut up. Now, the bottom line is, in sports, everybody on here and probably at some point in time played a professional sport. And when you young, what do they teach you as a kid? Y'all line up, right?
Yeah, we shaking hands.
Line up and y'all shake.
Wait,
it don't matter
that's
if you
wrong.
don't.
That's wrong. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Now, y'all were pretty much basketball players. I was a football player. We never shook our rivals' hands.
That's a damn lie. They
You
made
lie.
you shake
From
it.
Michigan.
You line up.
You
You
proving
line
our
up at
point.
the 50-yard
You
line.
proving
You
our
line up
point.
at the 50.
No.
You line up.
Well,
Yes, you do.
I don't know what they
Every-
do in Miami, but in Detroit, trust me,
Bruh,
at them motherfucking rival
bruh,
games, you
bruh.
got your back turned. Only way you
Bruh,
shook
I
hands
played-
if your
Hold
coach
on.
told you to.
Hold on.
Y'all better shake hands.
We got too many. Let Rock make his point.
Bro, I played football all the way from 6 years old to college. College is a bit different, but when you're all the way to high school, you get on that 50-yard line and y'all walk across that field and shake hands.
Fact.
Ain't no, you just walk away. No, you get your line, line up and walk and shake that man's hand.
Exactly.
Whether you won or lost, you shake your hand.
It was war.
Look, no, but see that. I think he just lost the argument though, because the whole point of this was to say Detroit and their environment is just wrong. It's
No.
just
It's not wrong.
Man.
It's not wrong.
It is.
What I'm
Y'all
saying
sore
is this.
losers.
No,
Y'all
we're
are sore
not.
losers.
No, we're not. No.
Yeah.
They're not sore losers. The point of the argument was this: you cannot go in somebody's house and talk shit and then expect them to be like, "Oh yeah, you beat me, so yeah."
Ali do it.
No,
Ali
nigga,
did.
no, it don't work like that.
Ali
I
did.
can't come in your house, call you a bitch
Hold
in
on.
your face,
He
and then
making
be
a
like,
good
"Give me a
point.
hug." No.
He making a good point, Sean. If you listen,
Are you ready? I got a point here.
Muhammad Ali did it.
Y'all said that's how Detroit is, right? As I recall, even in football in the NFL, just a couple years back, then they had the issue between Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings.
Yep.
My point exactly.
But y'all ain't
Found out something wrong with people from Michigan.
Yeah,
seriously
y'all
wrong.
see
Yeah, ain't shit wrong with us, motherfucker.
Y'all see the
We don't
man.
tolerate disrespect. That's right. We don't tolerate no goddamn disrespect. You're not gonna come to my house, call me a bitch, and then try to shake my hand.
He said they don't tolerate disrespect. They sure tolerated a whole lot of it when Steven Jackson, Ron Artest, and Jermaine O'Neal ran up in Auburn Hill.
Listen. Keyword.
They put that.
What did you say? Auburn Hills, right? Said Auburn Hills.
Where
right?
y'all
It's
played.
not the crib. Not the crib. I tell you
I
what.
said there's something wrong with Michigan people.
Let an NBA team try that shit in Little Caesars Arena. It won't be no motherfucking visiting squad no more. I guarantee you. I guarantee you.
I'm bringing in some reinforcements for you.
Oh no!
Finally, The Rock has come back.
With that
You
Marlon.
see the champion.
Sean.
Yeah.
Sean,
Get him.
let me Sean.
Get him.
Don't worry.
Let me go back to what you said.
Get him. Get him.
Hey, Mr. Young.
Hey,
let me say a couple things to you first, Mr. Young. First off,
let me finish what Sean was saying. Sean asked me a question.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let's stay on topic. I am recording.
Yeah, so no. So you said if I was a champ, no, you were the champ. And you were the champ, and I went on the radio. No, I was the champ, and you went on the radio talking about I wasn't the real champ and all that, and I beat you behind. Would I still shake your hand, or what? Or did you have the vice versa?
Yeah,
when you said I was the champ,
vice versa. You're trying to beat me. I'm the champ, but you come in. You do right before you about to whoop my ass for the last time.
Right.
You come. You go to my house. You do an interview, and you say, "I'm bad for the sport. I'm not a real champ. I did not earn my championship, and I'm bad for business." Then you whoop my ass, and then after you whoop my ass, you say, "Give me a hug." Not gonna fucking happen.
Why you say a hug? A handshake.
Hold on.
Handshake, hug is all the same goddamn shit. He's a bitch.
Nah,
in the words
between the
of
hug and the hand.
Comiso,
Between the hug and the
I
handshake.
just proved my point.
Hold on, one at a time, y'all. One at a time.
Hey.
Let Rock finish his point.
They just proved their point. You're not the real champ. Like just winning there and whoop your ass. And then now you are my bitch. So now give me a hug. Do as I say.
So,
Hey, I need silence. Let the brother from Michigan speak. Go ahead, Marlon.
Well, let me let him in on where we at, so he don't just kind of retrack on what we already been talking about. So Marlon, we are discussing Isiah Thomas and the Michael Jordan handshake situation. So you being from Michigan, how do you feel about the sportsmanship aspect of shaking hands with somebody at the end of a win or a loss?
I think nowadays that's what they do. But back then, if y'all sitting up here and trying to blame the Pistons for that whole thing, you got to make sure that you bring up the Celtics. Because when the Celtics lost to us, they marched themselves right off of the court, said screw everybody, walked off, did their own thing. And then when we lost to the Bulls, we gave them the same treatment. You came in here, you did what you needed to do. We not about to shake your hands. Congratulations. Do what you got to do. We out. And so we sitting up here, we only making a big deal about this because it's Michael Jordan. And it's because of how he feels about it, because he is the greatest basketball players ever. That's the only reason why this thing is being brought up or a big deal, because the Pistons, when we lost to the Celtics, we didn't sit up here and cry about it. There wasn't interviews about how disrespectful it was that they walked off the court. We went on and we put hands and feet on the Lakers and won the championship.
Look at him emotional. Look at him emotional. Be quiet now.
No, you can't hear everybody talking. I'm letting you talk.
It's only because
Are you finished?
Michael Jordan.
Are you finished?
No, I'm not. It's only because it was Michael Jordan why this thing is a big problem. Because when it happened to us, nobody was crying about it. Nobody was pointing out it's wrong. The NBA nowadays is a lot softer than what it used to be. Everybody's buddy. They hang out with each other on boats after the series. I mean, come on, let's be real here. So they handshake and hug. But back then, you were putting hands and feet physically on your opponent. So if you ain't had no love for him after you took an L, you walked off. So if y'all not putting a lot of focus on the Celtics, you can't sit up here and put a lot of focus on what the Pistons did. You're only doing it because you're wearing a Bulls jersey.
Well, let me ask him this then, Sylvester. Okay, now what about when Detroit knocked the Bulls out the 3 consecutive years, Marlon, and Michael Jordan then went over there and congratulated and shook Detroit hands? They ain't putting no sense. So what you got to say about that?
That's how Michael Jordan did it. I'm not sitting up here. Nobody can sit up here and say, well, Michael Jordan did it, so then that means y'all got to do it. That's not
Bookmark.
how we go.
Bookmark.
You don't have to shake his hand.
Bookmark.
You don't have to shake his hand.
You just made my point. I was getting ready to make it. I guess I'm happy that sometime he kicked in for me because it's funny how when Michael Jordan do something, you say you don't have to do what somebody else does. But at the same exact time, he just told us about the Celtics. Right? Am I lying?
But at the same time, hold on, Sean. That's what teams were doing.
Hold on.
Wait.
Let me make my point.
Because see,
I gotta make my point, Sean.
That's how the Sixers did the Celtics. If you look when the Sixers beat the Celtics to go to the finals, they did the same thing.
I keep forgetting I got a mute button.
Teams were doing that. All the teams were doing that back then.
I keep forgetting I got a mute button. Now, let me finish my point. Basically, what Marlon was saying, which I'm happy he said, and I'm happy Rob asked him what he asked him, because the end result is you're a grown man, you made a decision, now you got to stand on it. Ain't no I did it because he did it.
No, I never said that.
You just
what
said
what I said.
You said
was,
we can't talk about the Pistons. You just said we can't talk about the Pistons unless we bring up the Celtics. That's not true.
No,
he's talking about bad sports. Yeah, y'all talking about bad sports. You got to bring up the Celtics.
No, we don't.
That's what happened back then. Sly, you can't sit up here.
But no, it didn't. Just because it happened 2 times, that don't mean that's what happened. When the Lakers beat the Pistons, did the Pistons shake? Or when the Pistons beat the Lakers, did the Lakers shake the Pistons' hand?
Yep. Maybe in the locker room. I don't know.
Yep.
What you mean?
Yep. They shook their hand.
Hold on. Here's what I'm saying. We're talking about back then, and when you keep saying when Michael Jordan lost, hold on.
That's what you're talking about.
You said when Michael Jordan lost, he still walked over there and shook their hand. Okay, that's a decision that Michael Jordan made. He lost. When we beat them, you know what I'm saying? We probably walked over there, shook his hand, moved on. When they finally beat us, we made a decision. We walked off the court, point blank. That don't make us wrong.
So stop talking about the Celtics. Stand on it.
Stand on it.
I stand on it.
What you mean?
I stand on it.
You not. Hey, you not standing on it.
Bro,
I'm standing on it. Fuck Michael Jordan.
No, you're not.
Fuck the Bulls. Fuck your jersey. Fuck your flag. Fuck them Jordans on your goddamn shelf. Fuck them Jordans on that TV. Fuck all that shit.
No, here's the crazy part.
Hey, Sean, look at my shirt, Sean. Sean, look at my shirt.
That's what I'm saying.
Look at my cold shirt, Sean.
Walking cliches. Both of y'all. Matter of fact, hold on, goddammit. I got something for you, motherfucker.
Hey, Sean, look at
motherfucker. But Rock the LeBron fan, though.
At least bring out a Hall of Famer.
Come on, man.
Hey, Sean.
Huh?
Hey, Sean, look at my shirt, Sean. How you like my custom Jordan shirt? How you like that, Sean? How you like that?
Yeah, he's crying right now. Yeah, he's crying like a little bitch.
You mean he's flying? You mean flying?
That's weird. Sean, Sean, why is he still mad about it though? That's what's crazy about
you know what is. I'm gonna tell you what makes him so mad, especially Sylvester. You know what makes him so mad? Because what do I always say?
I'm mad.
The championships league go through Detroit, right? So basically,
y'all won 3 championships. Now go to Detroit. Y'all won 3 championships.
Listen, let me say it. It even says it in this little circle jerk of a goddamn documentary he got out. I had to put on 25 pounds of muscle because I knew I was gonna be getting beat up. It made him what? It made him more determined. It made him a better winner to beat the team that he could not beat. And once he beat them, he never looked back. So thank you, Detroit, for giving me 6 championships to my city. Say thank you.
I do got a question, though. I do got a question.
Say thank you.
Can I ask a question? Hey, can I ask a question?
You about to get the mute treatment, Sean. You keep making these ridiculous points.
When the last time Detroit been the roadblock to the NBA Finals, Sean, I'll wait.
When Miami won.
When Miami
When
did.
Miami won. When the last time Chicago was won. When the last time Chicago was won. Exactly.
But I didn't say that Chicago. I didn't say Chicago was a roadblock. You said Detroit. They ain't been a roadblock. It was over 50 years.
Listen, you don't beat Detroit. You don't win a championship.
Boom.
The Golden State Warriors did.
Wait. Listen. I'm talking about. Wait.
Cleveland Cavaliers
No.
did.
Let's not get off
Yeah, the
subject.
Cleveland
I'm
Cavaliers
talking about
did.
the three cities that's represented here. That's Detroit, Chicago, and Miami. In order for the Bulls,
say that.
wait. In order
Say
for the
that.
Bulls to get a championship, who did they have to beat? In order for the Bulls,
We talking about handshaking, man. Sportsmanship.
No.
We
We're
talking about that.
talking about these three cities right here. In order for the Bulls to get a championship, they had to beat Detroit.
I'll mute him, y'all. I'll mute him, and he can just start. He can just keep talking.
Can I say
Please.
Can I say something?
He getting off subject.
I know.
We
Let me say
all
something real quick.
subject.
Let me say something. Hey, first off, if anybody should be mad, upset, or still hurt by this, it should be Isiah Thomas. Because of that little handshake stuff that took place, he got kicked off. Your boy, Michael Jordan, did not allow him to be on the Dream Team in 1992 when we all know he should have been on there. So if anybody should still be upset about what took place back then, it only should be Zeke. The fact that Michael Jordan is still sitting up here
Who should he
getting
be
out of
mad
line
at?
is ridiculous, man.
Marlon, who should he be mad at?
Who should what?
Who should Isiah Thomas be mad at?
Himself.
It shouldn't matter whether he shook his hand or not. He was probably the second best point guard in the league at the time.
That may be true. Everything you're saying may be true.
Should have been on that team.
Who should he be mad at?
Michael Jordan.
So let me get this straight.
For putting it in his head.
He don't shake Michael Jordan's hand. Michael Jordan shouldn't be mad.
Move on.
But he goes to the Dream Team and gets denied because of Michael Jordan, and he should be mad.
Okay, wait. Hold on.
Michael Jordan blocked him from going to the Dream Team, bro. At the end of the day, everybody know that.
I'm not saying it's not true.
Hey, Marlon, this other player didn't want to play with Isiah. Scottie Pippen and Karl Malone said they didn't want Isiah on the Dream Team too. So he should be mad at them too,
bro. Bro, at the end of the day, y'all know that Dream Team was put together for the best players. At the end of the day, Isiah was one of the best players. He got blocked because of a handshake that didn't happen.
He was a snake.
Then he should have did. Then he should have shook his hand.
No, he should have. He did what everybody else did. He did exactly.
Everybody didn't do that.
Your hand right now, motherfucker.
If you was around me, you'd be shaking my hand right now.
No, the fuck I wouldn't.
Yeah, you would.
Come on, man.
Hey, Mark, there's consequences and repercussions to this thing called life. Isiah made the decision. He suffered the repercussions. The end.
Okay, but here's the thing, all right? What makes Jordan the god of it?
Because who puts the team together? Who puts the team together?
He's the best person, okay? I mean, you ain't the commissioner of the league.
I'm not saying he is.
Hold on,
Answer the question, Trevor. Who puts the team together?
Don't turn the shot.
Michael Jordan.
Exactly.
Michael Jordan.
Turn the shot.
Michael Jordan.
If that's true, Marlon, then Isiah Thomas should have shook his hand.
No,
but what I'm saying,
here, listen. I ain't gotta shake your hand if I don't want to shake your hand. I'm a grown ass man.
I don't have to play with you if I don't want to play with you.
Hold on, wait. Okay, since we couldn't get on, why? If you didn't want him on the Dream Team, why did you take our coach? Why did you take our coach?
What?
Why did you take
Trevor at the same time? You gotta let Trevor finish talking.
Go ahead, Trevor. I'm sorry.
Thank you. My point is that. All right. What makes you God?
Let him talk.
Damn fine, you retarded fucker.
Go ahead, man.
What makes you supposed to be God? I mean, okay, you're not the commissioner. Like I say, to me, I think Jordan was just a big crybaby. Honestly, point blank. You don't sit there and say, "Oh, nah, if he play, I ain't gonna play." That sound like a little bit. Oh, I ain't going to the playground for such and such out there. You crying for what? I mean, the man. Hey, the best. If you're supposed to be the best players playing, you're supposed to be the best players playing, regardless of anybody's emotion. And what happened was that was number Jordan emotion.
This is
take my hand. So what? He didn't take your hand.
Trevor.
But it's other people that didn't want Isiah on the team either, though, Trevor.
Not true. Jordan was the only one.
No, that's not true, Trevor. That's not true. Karl Malone said he didn't want to play with him.
Karl Malone didn't want him on there either.
Okay,
Karl
so
Fuck
but
his
Okay,
powerless
man.
to
man.
Sean's
Nobody
point,
gives a
but to
fuck about no
Sean's point,
goddamn Karl
they
Malone.
take.
Malone racist anyway.
Remember Karl Malone gave Isaiah that elbow, Sean. You remember that when
And
he
why
had
did
get
he give him that
suspension,
elbow?
bust him
Why
open.
did he give him
And
that elbow?
would
Because he was
and he
giving
would have
John
gave him enough.
Stockton that work. He was
He would
giving
have gave
John
him another
Stockton
one.
that work. He gave John
Nah,
Stockton
that just
44 that night. And
But look,
Karl
look though.
Malone was getting pissed.
Let me
Yeah.
let me
You remember that shit, don't you?
Hey, the
Hey.
politics behind this, though, you got to understand this. The politics behind this. Sean is absolutely right. Y'all wanted Chuck Daly, but
There
Zeke
we
couldn't
go.
get on the team.
You finally getting somewhere, Marlon. Nobody answered my question when I said who picked the team.
No,
Man,
no,
come
no,
on,
no,
you-
no, 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 no,
Michael
no, 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 no,
Jordan.
no. I got a good question. I got a good question real quick. Y'all keep talking about Chuck Daly. Why y'all ain't mad at Chuck Daly? Isaiah, no saying was his guy. So why he didn't turn it down?
Okay, y'all must not. Are y'all watching the same show? Are y'all watching the same show that I did? Did y'all not see David Stern all up in the locker room with Mike, all kicking it with Mike when they were overseas?
Mike the man.
Okay,
Mike
Michael Jordan and David Stern were like stepbrothers. Y'all should realize that. So that's why Michael Jordan could go in there and trump Zeke getting on that team, bro. At the end of the day, the Pistons made a decision to walk off the court. Boom, that happened. We don't have to. Why are we still rehashing that? If anybody should be mad, Zeke should be mad because
He shouldn't be mad. He
out the dream
he made
team,
a
bro.
decision
He made,
that came with repercussions.
Sly. I'm with you. He made that choice.
Exactly.
You know how it go, man. Like we in the club, and I'm the you know how it go, man. We in the club. I'm the main guy. I'm gonna get all the VIP treatment if I'm the number one person. Now you might be a top person, but they gonna take my, what I want over what you want. That's just how that's life.
We're gonna wrap it up. I want to thank all my co-hosts, Sean D, Stats, Rob Brown, the always late Marlon Young, and Jarvis Juicy. But now we're talking 2020. We out.